Salve, this is PTSD Manga Recap Review for Wild Strawberry, not to be confused with Wild Strawberries, the movie. And this is basically chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can see that is Kayano. And it's almost like a Yellow Musk Creeper zombie type of thing. But a lot of people compare it to like Chainsaw Man. So we'll go through chapter 1. So basically one day, after coming back from dinner at a family restaurant, she's become a host. So his adopted sister, Kingo's adopted sister Kayano basically becomes the host. And this becomes where he's trying to keep getting her water and stuff like that. See, what happened was when they were adopted, the people that had adopted them were Jinkas. And Jinkas were going to eat them. So, he was eavesdropping, they heard him, and basically, but this is basically where she blooms. And by her blooming, you basically see this. So I'm going to go through the chapter really quick.
One day, we'll stay.
I think it's supposed to, we'll stay together, so.
One day, we'll stay. Oh no, it is stay together. One day, we'll stay together. We're home after coming back from dinner at a family restaurant. She's become a host. Children, eavesdropping isn't nice. You need to be punished.
And basically that was chapter 1. So chapter 2, we find out it's Chainsaw Man. This reminds me of Hunter x Hunter with the chain user when they would do that. So he finds out that basically she's inside of him as a heart. They send him to basically the funeral. The flower funeral force shot him because he was trying to obstruct them from her when she bloomed. And basically now in this one we see she blooms again, but this time it saves the Professor Makino, who calls him Maki. He's a scientist. He believes that she's the key to saving the world because she did the heart and everything else, and she didn't harm anyone. So
Kayano is inside me.
And basically that's chapter 2. So chapter 1 is Jinka, chapter 2 is failure. So now chapter 3, so what? Like the Ministry song. Now this is when I decided I was going to get into it. Because now we see not Atari, but Ayari. And Ayari, she's an attractive female, and she's part of the flower funeral force, but like the special division of that. So they have like the flower crematorium, and that's where he kind of escaped from when another Jinka attacked. And now we see that she has a Jinka that she kind of controls. So this is a lot like Tokyo Ghoul and things like that, and Kaiju 8, where they have like the things. So I'm going to go through them. You're a boss level threat to everyone with Jinka allergies. Die for real.
Who is that? The flower funeral force. What? That's bad, right? We need to run.
Run? You're kidding me, right? That's hilarious. As if the flower funeral force would even let you get away. Not a Jinka like you, that's for sure.
And then that was chapter 3, and then we go to chapter 4. Chapter 4 is Saw, like the movie. So basically, they explain some of the stuff. He's trying to say how she's safe, all this other stuff. His goal is to see that, 26 years ago, the full bloom, all that other stuff happened. So she's going to see a contest, like if he's safe. So if he can prove that they're safe, then she'll let him join the force. Because his only thing is to get to the Mother Jinka, which is the Tokyo Tower. That was August 26th, 36 years ago. So
what do you mean?
God, I've had enough of this. Your Jinka pound is just too much. And as for you, did you not hear me telling you to get back inside?
One day, I'm going to make you my host. Just wait and see.
Full bloom, sawtooth flower. A contest. What kind of contest? Here's what worked with my cheating boyfriend. If you want to see someone's true nature, the fastest way is to give them a taste of death. Full bloom, sawtooth flower, 50% bloom.
So that's just like Black Clover when they're doing like all that stuff with like the powers and stuff like that. So that was chapter 4. Then we go to chapter 5, proof. So he's got to prove that he's not dangerous. And you can see she kind of slices him up. Now he's into like Chainsaw Man. He's into like the full Jinka kind of bloom. And then basically she kind of gets trapped when they're in the battle. And like she's about to be consumed by the Jinka. She's only a cadet. So he ends up where he saves her, and that's basically where she starts, you know, things start to pick up again. So there's not really much to say in this one. So that's kind of easy.
What the hell? I can't move. Food. I'm busy right now. I don't have time to be your food.
Hey, what's all this sticky crap? I'm stuck.
So yeah, that was basically chapter 5. Then we move to chapter 6. Chapter 6 is strength and technique. And this is when we find out that it's a lot like, you know, Fire Force, where the funeral director is the 7th squad leader, but we don't meet him yet. Hikishima is the guy that does that. But this is Makoto. Makoto has a cute little dog, and that little dog is Chikuna. Chikuna, I guess that's how you would say it. So he basically gets, you know, they're going through, and he's like, you know, like, your answer will dictate if I save you. Are you human or are you Jinka? And then we see this is the funeral director. He's basically, he like lays down all the time because he's so short, like the gravity being pulled down. He doesn't want to be pulled down. So let's just do this real quick. Good job. It'll be over soon. Full bloom. Rash 'em in line.
Who's he?
Hikishima.
We're with the 7th Funeral Force Squad, and he's the funeral director.
So yeah, basically that's the funeral director. The funeral director explains how they're always in like the things and how gravity drags you down. So yeah, Wild Strawberry, it's pretty decent. The Mother Jinka, basically, she's trying to get to the mother. Kingo is trying to bring Kayano to the Mother Jinka. Kayano has a brother complex. Kingo has a sister complex. So he's doing everything for her, even though he's the adopted mother. He ends up getting shot because he was trying to stop it because she bloomed for whatever reason. So that's Kingo, and you can see these are the parents that adopted him. That almost reminds me of like Baby Oopsie, or like one of the spin-offs from Full Moon. Then you can see that's like a nice color spread when she blooms. Then you see that where they have the heart. So the heart like that, that's a lot like Chainsaw Man, where Pichudo or the Chainsaw Devil becomes a heart and saves Denji. But in this one, she saves Kayano. So he's got a sister complex and she's got a brother complex. But it's not as bad because they're not related. And here, the Bloom saves the scientist. Makino, he puts the idea in his head to get to the Mother Jinka. This reminds me a lot of Jason, the Wheeled Warriors, the Conquerors of Light, where you had like the mastermind and all this other stuff. And in that they created it to cure world hunger. So it had a positive thing. But see, when I see Ayari, this is when I really got interested. This is when I decided I was going to do reviews. It's a little bit sweet because I was just at a wake funeral. So it's like you got the Flower Funeral Force, and she uses these shears. Her birthday is May 6th. This is going to be a 57th spelling. And she uses the flower pruning shears. And the flower pruning shears is like what lets them do everything. She has nice little sneakers. They need to put her in some hot boots. That would be even better. But you can see, so this talking plant, that reminds me a lot of The World According to Gumball. Even like Vampire Hunter D, you got the talking plants. So that's pretty cool, and like the plants kind of help their weapons, and they need like the plants, the Jinkas, they got to harness the Jinkas to fight the Jinkas. So this is kind of cool. But the pollen, you see the pollen and all the other stuff. See, early on the SJWs were really going on this thing, because they're like, see what happens, you don't get your thing, and you turn into a plant, see? But then I think they kind of realize it's not so simple, because maybe the Jinkas are the good people, maybe the Jinkas are the evolution that humans need to survive. So maybe they're what the world needs. So, you know, Jinkas could stop world hunger and other stuff like that, because they probably could. Then you got like, this is a lot like Attack on Titan, like Levi, you know, the Survey Corps where they're battling the Titans and stuff. So that's like kind of cool. But yeah, Wild Strawberry, I'm really glad that I read it. I'm really glad I got to review it. And like I said, I would give it a chance. I think it's going to go at least 26 chapters, maybe more.